guys, let's get this thing started. And the Canes will kick it away to start. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And the Red Raiders are flying down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. He looks that one in nicely. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. For a productive play on first down. They'll go to the ground. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. And you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas Tech.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when a quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Now on 2nd down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Miami. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on 2nd down. Handoff to the single running back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Keeps the play. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations because guess what? I don't have to fire off a play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a third and long from the 27. Trying to get to it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And when you run that screen, it takes a lot more time to develop because those offensive linemen, remember, they're going to block, release, and go get somebody. Quarterback's got to get rid of that ball a lot faster when you're running those screen plays.
They'll down this one right at midfield. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's looking to throw it. Finds his tight end. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Miami 14, Texas Tech 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give to the tailback. Shows him the stiff arm. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it, too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Got the back over the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Release to the back. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Snags it over the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. They'll try to pick up the first. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Trying to turn the corner on the left. Oh, it's out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback checking the play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
They're trying to get to it. Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On second down, looking again to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. He makes the connection. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to fire on second down. Pressure coming. Slides away. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. A jet sweep pass. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And that's a really good job on the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flipping forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but he didn't give up that big, explosive play. Now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got his man. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Working that left side now. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
That is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Red Raiders will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Valdez. Makes a move. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey,
He's going to throw deep right side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, Cade. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
They'll throw it on first down. Finds a tight end. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find the rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on film.
Now on second and short after the first down completion. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive and it's getting late. Feeling some heat. Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. Running inside the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Hurricane. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about the guy who caught that and returned it for the touchdown. But how about the pressure on the quarterback? You've got to get ways to be physical with him and make him uncomfortable. Nice job hitting him as he's throwing with the football. And then, obviously, the interception and 6 points.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
He dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 16. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll go to the toss. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12.
And a lot of times the defense is focused in the middle, right? Bring more big bodies in the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speedster the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays. You know you're going to go for them 4th most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident.
Touchdown, Miami! And the stomping has commenced. Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it, a lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They'll try the run. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Miami 35, Texas Tech 7.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. The sweet feet buy a little time. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brings up second down.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. The run from the shotgun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. A 3rd and long coming up here. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
On the return, it's Morales. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Here's the handoff. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Motion from the offense. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Not a lot the defense can do on that one, guys. With this tight end size, he's really difficult to defend on these crossing patterns as he gets downfield.
And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Dances away. And the defense aims. Got him at the 27.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Game tackle. You're going to win this game.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer instead. They're still way, way behind. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to
to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
So that's going to